Chat draft? What do you guys think? Chat draft? That's not chat draft. This is chat draft. I'll put it to a vote. Greetings, friends. Looks like 19 of you want me to draft and 11 of you want you to draft. So I will be drafting. Welcome to Amy Draft. I got a draft. Some people want to learn. Cool. Should I talk about my drafting as I do it? I'll do that. I'm gonna wait until my tea finishes first, though. Yes, please. Sure. I'll talk about my picks. This draft format is fairly straightforward. Ixalan is a tribal block, which means that there are tribes you can fall into and attempt to get tribal synergy with. Or you can just go for, like, good things in different colors. What kind of tea am I making? I'm making peppermint tea! You don't know an Amy? I'm Amy. Hello. And my tea is almost done. I'm gonna go check on it. How often do I end up in 3 colors in this draft format? Very rarely. Alright, let's go. I bought a whole lot more gems because I wanted to draft forever. Ooh, we got a nice first pick here for Merfolk. The Seaflooracle is a card that allows us to draw a card anytime a Merfolk deals combat damage to a player. Well, sorry, a Merfolk I control. This is not a bilateral effect. This is a nice card. There's an unblockable mermaid that's pretty common, and there's another one that we might run into. I'm doing well, haven't owned. You're trying to solve your gender problem you just drafted? I've done 3-color dinosaurs pretty frequently in this, and I think I've done 3-color flyers once. I did blue, white, and a little bit of black for removal on top of the white removal I already had in the deck. Pride of Conquerors is nice if you're going really wide. Thrashing Brontodon can be played in dinosaurs or in blue-green Merfolk, just because it's such a good card. How many gallons of tea do I drink every day? Probably less than 1 gallon. So we're gonna try to go for Merfolk. Well, at least we're in blue. Nezahal Primal Tide is a nice card. We've actually gotten this in, I think, 3 different drafts now? This is the 3rd time I've gotten this card in a draft since this event went live. It's Nezzy! Tempest, not all the colors allow you to get treasures easily. Treasures are mostly in red and blue, and I believe there's a little bit of treasure making in black. Blue-green's looking good so far. Blue's definitely looking good. So I'm going to take Nezahal. Seaflooracle, by the way, does work on its own, but it works even better with the Mist-Cloaked Herald. This is the little mermaid I was talking about. That's Ariel right there. Somebody before said that her name is Herald because she's the Mist-Cloaked Herald. She's not. Maybe it is. It's a good card, though. Works really nicely with the Seaflooracle. The Hexproof Flyer is, it's not that good of a card. You might see it and think, ooh, Hexproof, ooh, Flyer. That's unbeatable. Except there are bigger creatures that just have reach or fly. The Seaflooracle? Yes, this is the Seaflooracle. This is Herald. And that's a Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle is a creature counter spell. And probably going to be my pick here. There is a Merfolk here, but we usually see a lot of these. And this is an uncommon card, so I think I'm going to go for it. Counter spells that hit creatures are better for drafting because most people do primarily creature decks. So right now, blue-green Merfolk looks totally possible. But so does blue-white Evasion. Giltgrove Stalker would be nice to have. Secrets of the Golden City would also be nice to have. You thought Hornswoggle was the Irish midget from wrestling who played Leprechaun in those strange horror movies, right? Did you take Hornswoggle just for the name? Simic is blue-green. Yep, Simic is the colors of Merfolk in this set. It's also the color of Crazy Elves and Merfolk in the Simic Guild, which will be in the next set that comes out. Merfolk Flyers. Just good card draw in blue. nice, because this actually is a little bit of evasion. There's a lot of creatures that have 2 power in this set. It is also the color of Shark to Crab. Merfolk have been silly good on or off. Alright, I'm going to take that Gilt Grove Stalker. Astagan Seer is really only nice in dinos. Don't think I'm going to play it. But if I do end up getting white in there, I don't think I will. That would be a nice card to have. I'm going to take the Mistcloaked Herald for more unblockable Merfolk. Aquatic Incursion lets me make 2 Merfolk, and also lets me make a Merfolk unblockable. That seems to be in the theme of that first rare I took. Was it Warwick Davis in Leprechaun? Maybe it was Leprechaun 2 I'm thinking of? I was listening to a bad movie podcast where they talked about this movie. I don't need that rare land, so I'm not going to take that rare land. Something interesting about Merfolk through D&D. The Merfolk in Magic the Gathering are Simic hybrids of Vidalcan. Is that just the Ravnican Merfolk? That's freaky. Freaky deaky. Alright, in this pack, Solar Rapids. Yeah, it's a flyer, but I don't actually think this is worth taking. I'd rather take this Plummet. Okay. Flood of Recollection would let me bring back my Secrets of the Golden City or Hornswoggle. Negate lets me stop non-creature spells. I think I'd rather take the Flood of Recollection here. I might not end up playing it. In this pack, I'll take this Rider Harness. We can run one of them. Jadecraft Artisan. Yeah, we Merfolk. I guess another Strider Harness, but we're not going to play it. Why Plummet? Because there's a lot of scary flyers in this set. That's why. Ooh. Look at his fun pack. Ooh, look at his fun pack. I'm probably going to take the Colossal Dreadmaw here, just as a big... I mean, it's a big critter. It's a big critter. I really don't want Solar Rapids. Yeah, we drafting. Enter the Unknown. Lets me make one of these Merfolk potentially bigger. Or get more land. Sailor of Means. Also, we get the color I need. It's also a decent blocker. Jade Bearer lets me buff another Merfolk as well. I think I might take the Enter the Unknown or Jade Bearer. Probably Jade Bearer. You're a fun pack? Your mom's a fun pack. Oh, I'm sorry, I was mean. Time Stream Navigator. Probably the most unplayed mythic of this set. This card just doesn't do very much. It just doesn't. I know it's sad. It's like, oh, a 2-drop mythic? Of course I want it. I really don't. It's a 1/1. Lets you take an extra turn. If you get real lucky. It draws removal, and it can block once. But I'm going to take the Spirewinder instead. Hey! Swift Warden. Swift Warden is like the dive down. That's also a Merfolk. I'm probably going to take that. Jungleborn Pioneer is also sweet because it makes 2 Merfolk for the price of 1. Click. Is Ascend a theme throughout Ixalan? It is. Getting the City's Blessing is a recurring thing. Navigator could be decent in an Eggs style deck. What's an Egg style deck? Crashing Tide synergizes with the Merfolk as well. It's fun. Ooh, an unclicked Journey to Eternity. Yo, you're fun. You're a fun card. I think I'm going to take this over the Jadecraft Artisan. For me, I don't think I'm going to splash black for it. But I might. If we get some more treasure generators. Right now, the things that make treasures are Hornswoggle. That's it. Eggs are 0 cost permanents. Ah. Everyone's mum can be fun. Gleaming Barrier takes up a spot that a Merfolk could take up, even though we don't have a lot of Merfolk synergy other than my one Seaflooracle. I could splash some black because of treasures. Yep, we just need more treasure generators. Like the Gleaming Barrier. Thunderherd helps with black splash. Thunderherd does let me search for a basic land. It's a 3-drop because we're not running many dinosaurs. So right now, this is the only dinosaur. Actually, no, that's not true. Nezahal's also a dinosaur. Crashing Tide. It's a cantrip unsummon sort of thing. But that can spam out treasure tokens. Navigator could activate quickly. Navigator? Oh, the extra turn generator. But would it be worth it? Probably take that Crashing Tide. Lets me clear the way for my merfolk. Well, I guess I'll end up with one Solar Rapids. Sailor of Means. Now that I want to splash black for that Journey to Eternity, I'm much more likely to grab this card. And I did. I took it. It's right there. This is not something I'm likely to splash for, but I'll take it. Oops. Sorry about that. Just accidentally stopped the music. Hardy Veteran. Kind of looks like a merfolk, but it isn't. Just because of the green. I don't really want any of these. I'll take the Hardy Veteran and put it on the sideboard for now. River Darter. It's a merfolk. Can't be blocked by Dinobinoids. And unfortunately, Nep, I'm going to have to finish the rest of that song by skipping it. It just wasn't loading for some reason. Ooh. That might also be worth splashing black for. Card draw is nice. I know, I killed your song. Depths of Desire is like the Crashing Tide that makes me a treasure. Jade Guardian is a way I can buff my merfolk. This is a merfolk that will probably be able to fly. We could actually use 2 drops. Arkle's Bloodfast, do I want you? No, I think I'm gonna take the Shaper Apprentice, or the Depths of Desire. Yar treasures! I'll take the Shaper Apprentice. You think Jade Guardian? I think that might come around. Ooh, Merfolk Branchwalker. Now that's a good 2-drop Merfolk. Lovely. Crushing Canopy is also a card that we could definitely run one of. Oh, what's up, Legion's Landing? Man, is black-white just open? I think it is. There's another fixing card, but it's more of a ramp fixing card. Probably my most likely pick here. This gives my opponent treasures. Hi, Amy. How's my grandpa? He's still in the hospital. He's been moved out of intensive care, but he's doing all right. You need that card? I have 4 of these in my collection, so I don't need it. I'll take New Horizons. Stormfleet Aerialist. It's not a merfolk, but it's still pretty good when we're being aggressive, as we are here. Grazing Whiptail's nice because it slows down a lot of flyers. Windstrider is not the best, but pretty tricky. I think that really my choices here are just these 3. And that's not just because they're in my colors. Think of the Vault Progress. Landing would pay for it selfish. If we wanted to splash white. We haven't gotten a removal we were looking for. Nor did we get many Merfolk Party Hard cards. Ooh, Submerged Invocation, you're fun. Emergent Growth could be useful. Are you sure there's a vault? Yeah, it shows up sometimes. Hey, a Merfolk. Wow, a lot of rares coming around. A lot of rares in black. Oh, I just want to splash black for this. Raising Whiptail. It's good at blocking flyers. Depths of Desire. I think we could run one of instead of this Crashing Tide. I mean, dinosaurs. We ain't got no dinosaurs. We have like one dinosaur. Crushing Canopy. I think another thing we could run one of. I don't think we have one yet. It's either that already opt. Take that Bronzodon, throw it on the sideboard. Sentinel, sideboard, sideboardinal. Blinding Fog, sideboard, Blinding Fog, sideboard. It's time to make cuts. Strider Harness, you are out. We are 3 drops o'clock. You're just a little too 3-drop for me. Takes a lot to open the vault. It's very true. So we got Jade Bearer. We've got a Recollection I think we could take out. We've got a lot of little merfolk. Plummet I'm going to take out because we have Crushing Canopy. And that takes care of that job. Underherd Migration. It's either we run that or we run the New Horizons. And I think I'd rather run New Horizons to buff up these Mistcloaked Heralds. Because they cost the same. You can see your vault progress if you open up the log. Trying to decide if I want to cut the Crashing Tide. We actually have a decent number of spells in here. Do you want to keep this in here? I think it could win our game. Aquatic Incursion. I think that's a very maybe card for me. It's unlikely that I'll use the activated ability for it, but it does make the Seaflooracle extra nice. Emergent Growth is another maybe. This is not an instant speed spell. This is kind of a, you force everybody to block one of your creatures while you swing, but it doesn't have to be blocked by everything. It's just, hey, I'm going to make something nasty huge. But since the only card we have with Trample is the Colossal Dreadmaw, I think it's probably not going in. You're off to bed. Have a good night. Yes, you can look up guides online to how to find the log. Got work in 7 hours. I think I'm going to keep the Emergent Growth. Aquatic Incursion might go. So let me just see something. Is my Seaflooracle... Yes, it's whenever. Oh yeah, so use MTG Arena Pro will also read the log for you. That's what I'm using. I'm gonna cut Crashing Tide, keep the Depths of Desire. Do I want Solar Means in here? I think I do. Cancel's also nice. Helps protect these Myr. Soul the Rapids. Again, I just don't like this card. I'm gonna take it out of there. This is at least a merfolk. Got work in 7 hours though. Rip. I'm gonna cut 2 more things. What to cut? Probably just some of these more basic things. It's like River Darter, Merfolk doesn't do much for me. Secrets of the Golden City. It's nice because it's card draw. I might actually cut that cancel and just keep the Hornswoggle in. But that does leave me open to just getting stomped later in the game. Emergent Growth is another maybe card. It's very nice because it does let me potentially hit in the air for huge damage. Oh, what's this? I've got a subscriber! And that subscriber was Death Sausage. Thank you for subscribing. Hooray for drafts! Hooray! Thank you for 3 months of resub. Here we are. Some of that. All for you. How will I ever make up my mind? I guess I could just start crying, right? Do I want the Emergent Growth or do I not? Do I not? Do I do? Do I yes? Do I not? I'm gonna cut it. It's out. And then let's cut one more 3-drop. But which one to cut? And the duels are back? Oh, of course. I only had to cut the duels for a short period of time. Just remove 3 lands. I mean, I could just keep it at 42. Most of these are cheap cards. Boom. Now we're at 41. Made it. Done it. I've done it. It's masterful. It's a great deck. We're going to call this one... Seaflooracle. And Herald, if it lets me fit it. Let's see how it goes. I'm a mad lad over here. Isn't the growth a good finisher with Herald? The Herald is, yeah, the growth is nice because it does let us get some of that unblockable damage through. Okay, this is not the best hand we could get. We have enough to get one Merfolk out, and that's it. Taking a mullet. Alright, we got a Hornswoggle and we got Seaflooracle that we can't cast. How am I going to play Journey to Eternity with one black land? Eye Gazer. We're going to use Treasure. This actually doesn't look too terrible for us. Next turn we can play a land, hold open, potentially counter a critter. Yeah, we're playing 41, the anti-mill strats. Owner's Hunger! Oh no, our Shaper Apprentice is dead. Just went for that early removal. The treasure doesn't help me activate the ability of it. Ooh, Dusk Charger. That is well worth swoggling. So I think this turn I'm going to actually pop down the Aquatic Incursion, and next turn I'm going to play the Seaflooracle. Because this gives me 2 Merfolk, which makes it harder to block. They're hexproof, they're hard to remove, so when we pop this down, unless they have instant removal, it'll be hard to deal with. Ooh, these two together. Lovely. So I could use my my treasure token here. Tonk. Straw card. What did I get? Grazing Whiptail. Cute. I'm going to pop that treasure just to get them down the Mistcloaked Herald. And now we've got a little bit of unblockable damage. Dusk Charger is a little scary because these become 5/5s. But for now, we can block them. I can either make my Seaflooracle unblockable here, or I can play the Grazing Whiptail, but I can't do both. That's what I want to do. I'm just going to attack with the Herald. Boop. Draw card. And we're going to play the Grazing Whiptail. This will protect us. It will discourage them from attacking me. Oh no! They've been holding on to a Walk the Plank, but all we've been doing is playing Merfolk. We protect. But we also play Nezahal. Drafting, Amy? Yes, Papa. Also playing Nezahals. Evening. Good evening. We have scared our opponents off. It's good. Let's swim our way to victory. Wait. Oh no, I clicked too early. It was a mythic rare.